Enlil was one of the most important gods in ancient Sumerian mythology, and later in Akkadian, Babylonian, and Assyrian traditions. He was a central figure in the Mesopotamian pantheon and played a crucial role in both the creation of the world and the regulation of human affairs. His name can be translated as Lord of the Air or Lord of the Wind, and he was associated with the forces of wind, air, storms, and the earth. Key characteristics and role of Enlil: god of wind, air, and storms. Enlil was primarily the god of wind and air, with storms often being seen as manifestations of his power. This association with natural forces gave him a reputation for both creation and destruction, as storms could bring fertility through rain or devastation through winds and floods. God of authority and kingship. Enlil was also regarded as the god who granted authority and kingship. His will determined who ruled the cities and who had divine favor. In Mesopotamian belief, kings ruled by the authority given to them by Enlil, which gave him an essential role in the political and religious structure of ancient Mesopotamian society. His temple in the city of Nippur, known as the Ikar, House of the Mountain, was one of the most important religious centers in Mesopotamia. Ruler of the gods. In Sumerian mythology, Enlil was part of the divine triad that included En or Anu, the god of the sky, and Enki or Ea, the god of wisdom and water. Although En was technically the supreme god, Enlil was the more active ruler and held the title of King of the Gods. His decisions and actions often had a direct impact on both the divine realm and the human world. Creator and preserver of order. Enlil was credited with establishing and maintaining the natural order. He separated heaven and earth, shaping the world as we know it. In some myths, he is described as bringing agriculture to humanity, teaching them how to cultivate the land and settle in cities. His power was necessary for the cycle of life and the continuity of civilizations. Major myths involving Enlil. Creation of humanity. In the Epic of Atrahasis, a Babylonian creation myth, Enlil plays a significant role in the creation of humanity, though not in a positive light. According to the myth, after the gods created humans to serve them, the population grew rapidly, and the noise they made began to disturb the gods, particularly Enlil. Enlil decided that humanity had become too troublesome and decided to wipe them out through a series of plagues and disasters. Ultimately, he sent the Great Flood, a story that parallels the biblical flood in the story of Noah. However, the god Enki intervened by warning the human hero Atrahasis, or Ziusidra, in Sumerian versions, to build a boat to survive the flood. Afterward, Enlil agreed that the remaining humans would be allowed to live. He instituted measures to control human population growth, such as mortality and infertility. Enlil's banishment. In one Sumerian myth, Enlil was banished from the divine assembly for a time due to his misconduct. The story begins with Enlil lusting after the goddess Enlil, who later became his wife.